Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're talking about something that we've spoken about on the channel a fair bit, shallowing the club, and how do we do that to create some straighter and longer shots. Well, I've got a brand new idea for you because I'm back to coaching the last week, actually back physically coaching. We've been in a massive lockdown here in the UK and I've come up with a new drill. So let's get to it. So when we're making that club shallow in the downswing, we want to see those shots that travel with less of that left to right curvature, don't we? That's exactly what we want to do. So if we stood down here now, this is the, I'm trying to remember the hole, the 14th, this tells you how long I've not been out here for. 14th hole here at Mottram. It's a little bit of a tight hole, trying to get it in play. So it requires a little bit of a little punch down there with a long iron. And if we don't shallow this club correctly, these long iron shots can become horrible. Fat, stins, never enjoyable feeling off the strike. But before we talk about downswing, we have to make sure a few of these points are correct in the backswing. It's our foundations to our swing. So I want you to run through this routine. So let's feel as though our arms are working this way, because I see this so much. I saw this in the last week on the lesson tee. That backswing that moves elbow internal rotation to the top, it's either flying or really bent, very narrow. Downswing, all we can do is throw this away, okay? So I want you to sort of use this rule. During the backswing, our trail arm never wants to bend past 90, okay? And we want to feel as though it's in some external rotation. So if you think about it this way, we're going to require another ball here. We're not going to throw it, but we're going to imagine we're throwing it. So if I'm throwing it in this direction, my arm would go out and then it would bend as I get to the top of my stroke. Exactly the same position as we would want in the golf swing. But we find it hard to get there because a lot of us have either had shoulder injuries in the past or had issues with mobility. We find it hard to get into that motion. So just stand up there. Don't have to have anything in your hand. If you watch this video now, just stand up and imagine you're about to throw, and just before you're about to put in all the speed, just stop and realise this wrist condition, this arm, is very, very similar to what we want. So rule I want to use is never past 90. Okay, that's going to keep us some width, and this is going to help us to start the downswing correctly. My shoulder just clicked there. Ow! So if we apply that into our golf swing and think of an order of how we can build a swing to get into that point, I'd want you to think about it this way. Nice one-piece takeaway, hands up to hip height. Then I want you to feel as though we start to set the golf club with the wrists. So it's a little bit of this motion, okay? Set the golf club with the wrists, so it's one piece, wrists, arm, never past 90. Am I going to throw it? Exactly the same position. So let me show you that one more time. One, set the club, let the right arm fold, or your trail arm fold. It's not in narrow, I've got some width that's going to help me to shallow this golf club on the downswing. And I think a lot of us are just so concentrated on downswing's got to be right, this has got to be right, I've got to be doing this, we forget about a little bit of backswing thoughts that are going to help us just get that golf club into a good position. Now, as you notice, there's a pink hat. So I got a delivery of some pink and some black hats the other day, put a poll up on my Instagram, and the pink came out on top massively. What do you think? Get in those comments down below exactly what hat you think or you prefer. What would you wear? Would you rock this one? Josh is saying no behind the camera. Okay, so we know what structure we want at the top, and keep picturing that drill of up, in, okay? Up, in, hands together. This is going to give us width, this is going to give us good wrist conditions into a really nice position at the top. Next up, all I've got here is, and we've done something similar before about keeping that lag with this towel, just got my towel, carabiner clip, and it's just on here, okay? So this is going to help us, in my opinion, for the backswing and for the downswing. And you know what, I love these little things, these little kind of gadgets, these ways of explaining stuff using props like this, because it just gives us some imagination. Someone the other day was commenting on one of my Instagrams saying, surely there's a simpler way of doing this, you don't have to use the ring. So I said, no, I think the ring makes it simple. It gives the everyday golfer a chance of visualizing in the golf swing what they can't already do. So this is my way of explaining to you, in my opinion, the simplest way possible to get that shallowing move. So towel down, address the golf ball. Okay, I just got this on my 6-iron. He says 4-iron, all one length here. It's difficult for me to tell. Okay, so one piece takeaway. Set the club, load it to the top. So the towel should sort of fall onto this position. If it was bending, I clearly see that the towel was touching me too much. I want this towel just to dangle in the wind. Okay, so if I'm starting my downswing and having this external rotation of the right shoulder in the backswing is going to help me do this, we want it to be this way. Always want to feel that towel's dangling towards the ground. As I come into impact, I'm going to throw the towel down towards the bottom of the head. Okay, what I don't want to see is starting this whole sequence off again. 1, 2, good backswing, pulling down on this handle. Okay, because now I'm going to have to make different moves in this whole swing to get into a good position. It's not what we want to see. So I would simply, and I wouldn't take this to the range, I would just do this at home like you're doing it now, watching the video, or if you haven't got time now, you're at work and you're watching this and you're sneaking a little golf video in, hit that save button and take it home with you. Put your towel on. Just 1, 2, 3. Keep the towel dangling behind. Throw the towel out. As opposed to pulling down on that handle. A nice simple way. So we get out on the golf course now, we're in that situation where we're confident, where we're now able to hit those shots and show off to our mates. We need a game booked, by the way.
Oh what?
We need a game booked. We've not got a game.
Oh, a game booked. I was like...
Didn't understand.
I had no idea what you said then.
So if you're watching from the UK and you've managed to play this week, how was it? What was your first tee shot like? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it high right? Get in those comments down below. We'd love to hear exactly how your first tee shot was this week. There we go. So I'm just going to build it into my swing. One piece, set, fold, towel in, throw the towel out. And my one swing thought is keep the towel dangling behind me so I can deliver this golf club to the best of my ability. In. Oh, a little bit high and right that one. Not too bad. Right side of the fairway. Got a chance of getting it down there. But there we go. That's today's video. A nice simple way for you to understand what shallowing the golf club is. So ultimately we have to understand the shaft working this way. We pull down, the shaft steepens, arms out, the shaft's allowed to shallow. A lot of the prep has to be done in the backswing. The throwing analogy to give you the best chance of doing this. If you did enjoy this video though, don't forget we have daily content that's coming at you every single day. That'll be daily content, Alex. Don't forget to subscribe and join this team. I'd love for you to join it. It'd help me, helps the channel grow. And if you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up button too.